Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is something different, and honestly I never really thought I would be making this video, but here we are. I've traveled this morning from Amsterdam to Spain. I'm currently now in Marbella for the start of a very personal and very intense journey. So to speak, a new part of my life. And now I can already hear you think, what can be more exciting than everything you've already been through the past year? Well, I am very excited to announce that I am going to be starting my FFS journey here in Marbella, Spain with Facial Team. For those of you who don't know what FFS means, it means facial feminization surgery, and it is basically a part of a gender transition. Not for everybody. I've postponed it for a lot of years, and there are a lot of people who will not go through with it, and there are some people that have it automatically or go with it very soon. Now in this video I'm going over why I am choosing FFS, why now, and also some answers to some questions that you guys will have. So the first thing that I would like to say is that I have postponed getting FFS for quite some time. I never really found it necessary. I never really thought it could happen. I never really had the funds for it. It never really was a thought in my head because I knew that it wasn't an easy access for me. And because I always found myself very passable. I had no problems with how I looked. Still, I do not have any problems with how I look. I was very and will always be very confident with being very natural. And that's also why I was called the natural beauty queen, because there were a lot of days that I didn't really want to wear makeup. I was just a very laid back, easy girl next door, kind of no makeup, maybe just a bit of mascara and lip gloss kind of girl. And that worked for me, and it still works for me. So the whole concept of FFS never really got a place in my head until I would say a year ago, when I got the opportunity to at least think about it by Facial Team. Now, Facial Team and I, we go way back. I've actually done a job for them last year in Amsterdam when they held a convention for information about how an FFS works. I was their general host for their Netherlands department, and we had such a great time. We had a blast. I knew of the work of Facial Team because obviously Spain is a very close country to Netherlands. And I know a lot of people that went to Facial Team. So I heard about them a lot, but I never really knew what options, were able to happen, so to speak. So when I did the job for Facial Team in Amsterdam, we got to have a talk. We were chatting about a possible collaboration for Facial Team and myself for FFS. And at that time, I brushed it off a little bit because I was still in my reign for Miss International Queen. I didn't want to undergo such a severe and intense surgery at that point, and I wasn't really certain if this was going to be something for me. But so to say, my interest was very piqued, and all of those doubts that I had because I couldn't afford it washed away. And I started to think, what are some things that I would like to see differently about myself? And, I'm not going to lie, there were a few things that I thought, if I have the opportunity, I would like to work on this. I think that every trans person has at least one or 2 points that they feel insecure about. And even with me, I'm a very secure person. I am very confident in how I look and how I am, and I have no problem with that at all. There are obviously still some things that I'm insecure about. It's natural for a human being to be insecure about something that he or she has. And with me, no exception. Let's not kid ourselves, and let's not talk any crap around here. Let's just be honest. And so after quite a lot of meetings, after a few good phone calls with the representative of Facial Team, Lilia, we came up with a plan that after Miss International Queen, we could start our FFS journey with Facial Team. The level of professionality that Facial Team is exerting towards me is off the chart. From moment one, they had a whole schedule available, a whole plan. I had a virtual consultation with Dr. Simon. Everything was already arranged before I even said yes. that shows how important this is for them to really make the patients feel confident about what they do. And to me, that really speaks a very big part of their professionalism and how they run their things. Now, obviously, I was quite contradicted because I won Miss International Queen, being the natural queen that I am, and I still stand by the fact that not every trans person needs an FFS to make themselves feel secure about themselves. It's a cosmetic surgery that, yes, it can really save lives in certain circumstances, but for a lot of people, it is not necessary. For me, is it completely necessary? No, it is not. Would I like to have some things done to make myself feel more confident and more powerful? Yes. And that's the only reason why I am getting FFS. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to look in the mirror every morning and every evening, when I go to bed, when I go to sleep, and I want to look at the mirror and think, this is who I am. This is the best version of myself. I'm 110% happy, and nothing can beat that. That's the person that I aspire to be. Now, I'm not a stranger to surgery. I've had 3 surgeries before in my life. I've had my trachea removed, which, fun fact, I did a microneedling to let everything heal at the same time. So this is not from my trachea surgery because I already had that done 10 years ago. This is from a recent cosmetic procedure that I did last week at a different clinic. Video will be up very soon, which specializes in scar reducing, cell rejuvenating, and I did a microneedling performance with me, and it's looking a little bit bruised right now, but after a few sessions, my scar that I have will be completely gone. So everything, I timed it so that everything can heal at the same time. Besides that, I had a breast augmentation and I had my sexual reassignment surgery. So I'm not a stranger when it comes to surgeries. I do not like surgeries. I don't like to get myself involved in unnecessary risks because every surgery comes with risks, no matter how small or how big, and I typically tend to avoid it. That's why I also don't have any Botox or whatsoever going on, but it feels right to do it. And I'm very confident that the expertise of facial team and the whole team that they have with them, that they can do whatever they have to in order to make the best results possible. Now, I can imagine that some of you might think, why would you have FFS when you already look so stunning? You're an international pageant winner, you do modeling. Why would you need it? Why would you do it? Like, what is there to make you even more beautiful than you already are? And I agree to some extent, but growing up, I always had quite masculine features as I come from a very male-dominated gene family, so to speak. And we are going to work on 3 zones. We are going to do my brow bone in my forehead right over here. We're going to shave that off a little bit because this is peeking out, which is a typical classical male characteristic, so to speak. So this is going to be a little bit less. My nose, they are going to fix my nose, make it a little bit more feminine and just a teeny tiny bit smaller. I broke my nose last year and it's still a little bit crooked, so they're going to completely fix my nose. And then in regards to my chin, that will be the last thing that we are working on. My chin will match my jawline a little bit more. I have this beautiful, gorgeous jawline, which people pay a lot of money for to have, and I have it naturally, but my chin is a little bit square. It's a little bit too square, which is a typical male feature as well. So we are going to make that a little bit more in line with the jaw that I have. So everything looks feminine, everything looks in shape, everything looks in order. Because even though I have a gorgeous face, as I can say for myself, it's just the features are just a little bit off if you look closely or if you are a professional. And that is purely the only things that I'm going to do. It is a very natural, so to say, touch that we are going to make on my face. Nothing too major. I'm not going to get a completely new face. That's also not how Dr. Simon works. He told me specifically, we're going to work with your face. We're just going to make some small adjustments. That's it. Nothing too crazy, because you are already naturally very beautiful. And this is only hormonal work. No procedures have been going on for here. And when you don't need a lot, don't get a lot. And that is it, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I am finally here in Spain for my FFS. I am I'm not scared. I am a little anxious. I think everybody is anxious for a big surgery, especially because it's my face. It's my market value, and even though I have full confidence in the expertise of facial team, it's still always a little bit anxious not knowing exactly what's going to happen. I am just also very excited. I have a day off right now, and then tomorrow we are doing a live consultation with facial team. We are going behind the scenes. I'm just done with editing the complete behind the scenes video of Miss International Queen 2024. Now I will of course vlog the entirety of my FFS journey here in Marbella with the facial team. We have some very cool ideas that we're going to implement, and I cannot wait for all of you to see how they are going to work, what my face is going to look like. I will be looking crazy, honey, with the first few days with bandages, and my face will be like twice the size. For anyone who has undergone FFS surgery, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's going to happen. You're all going to see it because I will be taking you with me. And yeah, so very excited. But with that, I would like to end this video. Please, if you have more questions for me regarding my FFS, leave a comment down below. As always, please like, subscribe, and comment on the video to help the channel grow. And I cannot wait to show you guys my FFS journey together with facial team. Let's make it a wonderful behind the scenes series again. And let's hope for the best results possible. Thank you all for being a part of my YouTube channel, and see you guys very soon.